Welcome to Pour the Wine, It's Rom-Com Time, where we'll sip some wine and review all things rom-com on the Hallmark Channel. I'm Amy.
And I'm Garry. And I'm a pouring the wine.
You're a pouring the wine.
That's my one job. Pour the wine. Our cab staff.
Today, we're going to be recapping and reviewing episode number 5 of Holidazed,
Yes.
The Lewin Family.
Woohoo.
It originally aired on December 5th, 2024 on Hallmark Plus and aired on the Hallmark Channel on Sunday, July 20th, 2025 as part of Christmas in July.
Christmas in July.
For 2025.
Ho, ho.
We're about winding down.
Yeah, we are.
We only have about a week left, which is sad, but then it'll be on the holiday season.
Time
Countdown
is
to
a-flying.
Christmas.
We would love it if you would click that follow button on your favorite podcast platform so you don't miss an episode. If you listen on Apple or Spotify, you can also leave us a review. And hopefully it's a positive one.
Are you going to sing it next time in song? Episode.
Oh
my gosh. Okay.
You can also find us on YouTube and social media.
All the socials.
Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, X, and Threads.
You can even email us at pourthewineisromcomtime@gmail.com.
Yes, you can.
Send us an email. Let us know your thoughts about Holidazed, Christmas in July, the upcoming countdown to Christmas information that we've gotten so far, or anything Hallmark related.
Yes.
We'd love to hear from you. We might
sure
even read
would.
it on the pod.
That's right.
That's right.
So tell us who's in this one.
All right. The Lewin Family, starring, drumroll, Dennis Haysbert plays Robert Lewin. And of course, we all know and love Dennis Haysbert. For Hallmark, he was in Christmas Everlasting. Mm-hmm. Some of his other work in his over 40 years of acting
40 years. Good on
includes the movie Summer Camp, the TV series Lucifer, where he played God, of course.
That's right.
We like that series. He was in the TV series, 81 episodes of the TV series 24. He was in the movie Waiting to Exhale, which also starred Loretta Devine, who is also part of the Lewin family. And he was in the Major League movies. He played Pedro Serrano in 1989, 1994, and 1998.
Wow.
And he's the voice of
Allstate.
He has a very powerful voice, right?
Yes,
You
he
recognize
does.
it anywhere.
Like a Barry White.
Like a Barry White?
Yes.
Loretta Devine plays Linda Lewin. She has been acting for over 40 years as well and has nearly 200 acting credits. So at first glance, out of the 200, I didn't see any other Hallmark work.
Right.
So I'm sure someone will let me know
Yes.
if she did, but I didn't miss it on purpose. I just didn't see any.
Yes. Shoot us an email.
She was in an episode of Dr. Odyssey. She was in 45 episodes of Family Reunion. She's actually done a lot of voice work in animated series. She voices, I think it's Haley in Doc McStuffins for 131 episodes. She was in 22 episodes of Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
She's in 26 episodes of Eli Stone, which we love that TV series. She was in 81 episodes of Boston Public. And as previously mentioned, she was in the movie Waiting to Exhale in 1995 with Dennis Haysbert, Whitney Houston, Angela Bassett, Leela Rashawn. Did you ever see that?
Which one?
Waiting to Exhale.
Maybe.
We're going to have to watch it. Oh, it's so
It sounds very
good.
familiar.
Oh, it's so good. Okay, we're going to have to watch that on the list. Sir Darius Blaine plays Evan. His Hallmark productions include Christmas on Call and Caribbean Summer. Excuse me. Ooh. He was in a few episodes of The Rookie. He was in the TV comedy series Grand Crew, which we really liked. He was one episode of that.
And they canceled
He was
it.
in, I know, we really, because, I mean, there was a lot of wine in that one.
Yes, it was
Clank,
awesome.
clank.
Clank, clank.
Clank, clank. He was in a TV series called The Big Leap for 11 episodes. He Charmed. He was in Charmed.
Okay.
That comes up a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Also for 17 episodes. And he was in the more recent Jumanji movies.
Oh.
Welcome to the Jungle in 2017 and The Next Level in 2019.
Wow. Okay.
Yay.
Yay, she says.
Robin Fanfare plays Jennifer Lewin. She plays the daughter. So Dennis Haysbert is the father. Loretta Devine is the mother.
Right.
Right. So
Yep. And
you have Robert and Linda
Yeah.
right? And Evan, I'm sorry I didn't mention this, he is Linda's younger boyfriend,
Mhm.
right? Okay, so Robin Fanfare plays Jennifer, the daughter.
Yep.
For Hallmark, the adult daughter. For Hallmark, she was in Winter Love Story, Pride, Prejudice, and Mistletoe, and one episode of The Good Witch.
Oh,
Some
there's
of her
Good Witch
other
again.
work,
There's Good
Good
Witch.
Witch, yep, that comes up also.
Mhm.
Some of her other work includes one episode of Riverdale, Star Trek Discovery for 9 episodes, and one episode of Designated Survivor.
Oh,
That's Kiefer Sutherland, right?
yes. We heard that
He's
one
in that
before.
one.
Mhm.
Lennox Leacock plays Max Lewin. He plays the teenage son of Jennifer
Yep.
and Mike.
Yep.
He has 8 acting credits so far. He was in A Magical Christmas Village for Hallmark, and that was actually his first acting credit.
Oh,
Ah,
did a
not
good
too
job.
bad, yeah.
did a really good job.
His other work includes 3 episodes of the series Earth Abides and the Best Version of Love movie. I mean, you know, hey. Jeff Joseph plays Mike Lewin. He plays now this is where I'm confused, right? So you have Robert Lewin,
Mm-hmm.
you have Linda Lewin, right? And
Yep.
those are her parents. Those are Jennifer's parents.
Yes, it is.
Right?
But, yep.
But IMDb has Jennifer's husband, Mike, as Mike Lewin.
That's
Wouldn't
crazy.
he have a different last name?
I don't know. Maybe he took on her name.
Oh, maybe
know what
he
I'm
did.
saying?
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't
Maybe
know.
she's boss woman.
So Max is Lewin. Maybe they just named him all Lewins because I
Yeah.
was like, wait, that's a little confusing. All right.
Yeah.
Anywho, that's just my little 2 cents.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, so Jeff Joseph on IMDb plays Mike Lewin. Hallmark wise, he was in an Aurora Tea Garden mystery, Reunited, and It Feels So Deadly. A garage sale mystery movie, Murder in D Minor. And some of his other work includes 8 episodes of the TV series Big Sky,
Okay.
3 episodes of A Million Little Things, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, 1 episode of The Sopranos.
Ooh.
I always like to find these little tidbits. He was in the movie Made in America.
Oh.
Do you remember that one?
Yes.
It's with Ted Danson, Whoopi
Mhm.
Goldberg, really cute, really funny.
Yes.
And he was in the Christmas movie Scrooged with Bill Murray.
Yes, he was. Okay.
That was very,
Yeah.
yes, he was.
Yeah.
Sarah Jane Redmond plays Gail. Some of her Hallmark work includes A Reason for the Season, A Royal Runaway Romance, and an Aurora Tea Garden mystery, How to Con a Con, and My Best Friend's Bouquet.
Okay.
Some of her other work includes The Fall of the House of Usher. That was on Netflix. We watched
Yes.
that. She was in an episode of that. She was in 21 episodes of the TV series Siren. She also was in Chilling Adventures of Sabrina,
Mm-hmm.
just like Jeff was. And she was in 12 episodes of Smallville. Ooh, and X-Files, the OG. That comes up a lot too. Between 1995 and 1998. And Gail is the girlfriend. Or the date. The swipe right. I don't know.
The 2-day
I don't know.
girlfriend.
I'm just saying that. The what?
The 2-day girlfriend.
The 2-day girl. Well, so far. We don't know.
I don't know. Whatever.
All right.
So
Is it time to drop the synopsis?
it is time to drop the synopsis. So Linda brings home her younger boyfriend, Evan, for the holidays to her family and ex-husband Robert's surprise. But Robert and Evan may have more in common than not.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
We'll probably give away some spoilers.
Yes.
Not probably. We will.
Yep.
So if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it and then come back to our review. Push pause on our review, go watch it, and then come back, push play.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please do.
Sound good?
It sounds awesomeness to me.
Awesomeness? Is that a new
Awesomeness.
word?
It is for me.
Okay.
Garyisms.
Garyisms.
Garyisms. So, what'd you think?
Well, should we kind of see where we left off?
Yeah. Let's do that.
The last time.
Yeah, we can do that. But before, let me take a sip of some wine.
You're taking some wine?
Yeah.
I had to get a little sippy sip.
Yeah.
I got a little frog in my throat tonight.
I
don't
know
what's going
stuff
on.
is going around here.
I know.
Mm. So,
So the when we last saw the Lewin family,
Mhm.
Linda had arrived with her much younger boyfriend
Yes.
at her daughter's house.
Yes.
And it's also Robert's daughter's house.
The
And
Uber
Robert's
driver.
already there. Dennis Haysbert.
Yes.
The Allstate guy.
Yes.
So they arrive at their daughter's house. And
They talk about, well, it's funny because Mike and Jennifer talk, they're like, I hope that's the Uber driver.
oh yeah,
Remember that?
when Linda pulls up, right?
Yeah.
And then Evan gets out and
Yeah.
so that's kind of where it ended, right?
Right.
And Robert just kind of gives a look and then doesn't he turn
Yeah, he
around and
turns
go
around
back
and goes
inside the
back
house, right?
inside.
So that's the last time we saw them. So we know something's brewing there.
Yes.
But we're not sure exactly what. So that's kind of the starting point. And I like that this particular episode starts off with, Robert is waking up
Yes.
and isn't that when he hears like Linda and her much younger boyfriend Evan are having like a pillow fight or something in the next room. Well, you don't know what's going on. You hear them kind of
Banging on
the walls and
laughing.
laughing and having a good time. And he wakes up and he's like rubbing his knees and he looks at himself in the mirror. And I was like, I feel that.
Yes.
I feel that a lot.
It's terrible getting old. I'm with you, Robert.
And I don't know how old Robert and Linda are, the actors. They're probably supposed to be in their late 50s, early 60s, and we're like 50s. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh gosh, those mornings when you wake up and you're like, oh, and then you look at your face, you feel younger, but sometimes
Yes.
you don't look it, in your head. You don't always feel younger, but yeah, I just really like that opening scene because that is,
Yeah.
I related. Let's just say that.
I like
much.
that opening scene too. And to kind of jump off of that is when Evan and Robert come out of the rooms opposite ends of the house.
Yes.
And they meet in the hallway and they both have to go to the bathroom. And it's like this Western type music.
Yeah, it's
playing.
the Western music. Yeah,
That
are you ready?
was so
that was really
good.
cute. Really
I
cute.
really, really like that.
And doesn't Evan say something, I know you're older, you got to go.
Yeah.
Like, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, they were going back and forth on, age before beauty or whatever. But yes, that was a really good scene.
That was really funny. And then, you kind of get a sense of, as the morning progresses, that Linda's trying to show off because she has this younger boyfriend. And she's like, I've been skydiving and yoga and I'm doing all these things. And she's like really overdoing it because Robert, her ex, is there. Right. And she wants to show him like, look how free I am now. And she's really kind of going over the top, right?
Yeah, well, that's how her and Evan met, was skydiving.
Oh, right. That's how they met.
So
right.
Funny. That is so funny. Like, who would meet skydiving,
right? Right.
At that age, I am not getting in an airplane and jumping out.
I am not ever doing that. I didn't want to do that when I was younger, and I don't want to do that now. And we have learned in our life to never say never. Right. Because once you say never, here it comes nevering like it never nevered before, right?
Ooh, that's a tongue twister. No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
But I don't plan on,
Right. Me either.
I don't have that as a bucket list item, jumping out of an airplane, skydiving.
But it's so funny because, Linda, she apologizes to Jennifer for not letting her know about the younger man.
Oh, right. Yeah.
She didn't think that Jennifer would understand. And Jennifer's like, you're right.
I wouldn't.
But then she's like, you know what, Mom, it's your life.
You do what you want.
If you're happy, be with who you want to be with.
And well, I mean, we'll kind of get into it in a little bit, but I like that they made Evan a nice guy.
Yes.
Like, he's a younger guy. He's a kind guy. Yes. He's got that little competitive spirit with Robert, of course.
Right.
Like they go to build they're supposed to assemble the booth for Max,
for
the
Max
son,
at
for
the fair.
Right, for the festival or whatever
they call it. Yeah.
It's IKEA furniture, and Robert I think Evan says something like, I'll help build it or something, and Robert's like, it's IKEA furniture. Assembling IKEA furniture is not building.
Yeah.
Kind of like mocking it like it's so easy to do, right? And then
it comes crashing down.
They start to do it, and they're both kind of jockeying for dominant position, right?
Like it was your fault.
And then it didn't go so well, did it?
No, because Mike comes up, and they're like, what in the world happened? And then they both point fingers at each other.
Like, that's right. He did it.
So that was
kind of a cute. That was a cute scene.
Yeah, I really liked it.
And what about broom ball?
Never heard of it, but
Never heard of it
now,
either until this.
But it's like street hockey only with brooms.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of funny.
And their
Street
ice
hockey.
rink is bales of hay.
Yes.
So,
yep.
yes, that was an awesome scene.
So Robert and Evan are on opposite teams, of course.
No, they're on the same team.
Are they on the same team?
Yeah, they're on the same team. Because
I thought they were.
No, the other team was wearing green vests.
Because it had the dad, the Camarena dad.
Yes, he was the ref.
This is a little crossover, right?
Yes.
So we see the Woods daughter, Annie.
Annie,
right?
Yep.
She's there, and her friend. Is Stephanie there, the friend?
I think
don't
so,
remember.
yes.
But yeah, so this is where a little bit of the crossover happens.
Right.
Right.
Which seems to be the theme. And
we'll talk about the Camarena family in the next
scene. Yep, they're up next.
Yep. So they kind of have a tussle, and Robert kind of knocks him, knocks Evan
over the
bales of hay, or a bale of hay. Yeah.
Yeah, that was another good scene. And it's funny because they were on the same team, but I
didn't realize.
But this jockeying to be, I don't know if they were fighting for the love of Linda or not, but it was cute.
They were just fighting to show who was better. You know, it's a guy thing.
Who's a better
guys
man?
do that. Like, I'm better. I can make the goal. I can, whatever. And then Robert kind of gave him a little bit of a nudge.
Yeah. And then the next scene is there. So Robert and Linda and them are in the kitchen, and Linda's like, "You need to go apologize to him."
Oh yeah, because they're making him a sandwich.
Yeah, so she hands him the
because
sandwich.
Evan's all laid up.
Yeah.
In the garage.
So Linda gives Robert the plate of sandwich, and Robert goes in there and he, apologizes, and it's still funny because they're both like, "You didn't push me," and he's like, what did he say? "I laid you out."
Yeah, Evan's like, "You didn't lay me out. I fell over they tried to." Yeah, it was kind of cute. The banter between them was, I felt like in this episode, they really did a good job of it was serious, but not too serious. They didn't hate each other. They weren't totally trying to undermine each other other than the competitiveness.
Right.
So it wasn't like, super cheesy or over the top but it was just kind of fun. And then in that moment, that scene that you were talking about in the garage where it's just the two of them.
Right.
Then they start realizing they have more in common. They start talking about soccer.
Yes.
And how they each played the same position.
Right.
And then they start...
Mid-center is what it was.
And then they start talking and laughing. And then the rest of the family, Linda and Jen and Mike, they can't believe they hear laughter from the garage because they thought they'd be at each other's throats. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of what the holidays are about, finding common ground.
Right. Yeah.
Even if... you may have parted ways with somebody. It doesn't always happen.
No.
As we know.
No, it doesn't.
But yeah, so I thought that was, I thought that scene, I thought it was cute. I thought it totally worked.
Yeah. And then we find out, Mike actually gave up his job as an engineer because Jennifer got partner.
Right.
I think with her dad's firm. And
that's kind of another underlying current is that she's sort of a workaholic, right? She works all the time. Yeah. She doesn't have a lot of time for her family or Mike. Yeah.
So we learned that, and then that's when Linda wants to go to bed, thinking, "Oh, Evan's going to come with her."
Yep.
But no,
Linda wants to go to
sleep. New buddy,
his buddy Robert
decided to go out and have a drink at one of the local bars.
But it's kind of cool because it flipped the story on its head, right?
Yes,
because you think they're going to be combative the whole episode, and you think, okay, that's what this episode's going to be about, and then we're going to see how it kind of ends up and what's going to happen, and then they go out together to a bar.
And of course, Linda is like, "What is going on with this relationship
she can't.
here?" Because she wants to make. It seems like she wants to make Robert jealous.
Yeah. That's why I said when she was talking about, like, I did yoga classes and skydiving and so all the things he would never do.
Yeah, exactly. And so they're at the bar and they're talking, and you got Al Green playing in the background, the music. And Robert's like, "Oh, you're an old soul." And he goes, "You really like this?" And he's like, "Yeah, I like this." He goes, Linda.
Yeah,
And he's like,
yeah.
well, yeah, but I still like.
I still like the music. Yeah, it was kind of cute.
And then they continue to talk back and forth, and then Evan sees a woman looking at Robert,
Right.
and you find out it's Gail, and he's like, "Nah, I'm too old for that. Dating, and she doesn't like me. She's not looking at me." And then the bartender comes down and says, "This is from the lady down there." And he's like,
Robert still got game.
Yes,
his
he
age.
does,
He was looking pretty good to her.
So then Robert goes off and talks to her. And,
Have you ever done that? Have you ever bought somebody a drink in a bar? Sent a drink to somebody?
I don't think so. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know.
I never have. I wouldn't have had the courage to do it. Well, I mean, I guess as a female, it'd be different. But
Like I didn't buy like a female drink. I'd buy some people.
well, that's what I
But
meant.
yeah.
It's like a female, like, hey, send her a drink. Hey, baby.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Right?
Yeah. That's funny. So you find out that Gail, she's a retired nurse, right? So
Oh, that's right. Do we
Yeah.
find that out there at the bar?
yeah, I think it's at the bar because when Robert goes over there and starts to talk to her, they kind of go back and forth, and later on he comes back to Evan and he's like,
That's
I got a
cute.
number.
That's cute.
I got some digits.
Well, he goes, we airdrop numbers. And Evan's
Yeah.
like, all right, man. He's like, how do I find the number? I thought that was so funny. He's like, where did the number go?
That was funny.
I thought that was so cute. So cute.
Yeah, because it's kind of cool how they put in the little technology kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially
And
with
we
the
had
older
a
people.
scene. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We had a scene in the middle of all that too, where Max is talking to
Mike.
his dad, Mike, about Annie, because of course,
Aw.
in one of the previous episodes, Annie tried to take a selfie with Max, and she did, and she kissed him on the cheek, and
Yeah, Max kind of freaked out.
he was
about
surprised and freaked out, and then he tried to find her, and and all this stuff, and he's like, she's wearing different clothes and she's acting all extra, and I just thought that scene was really cool. And then Mike is like, well, sometimes relationships change. One minute it's all comfortable, and then the next minute it's not. And
Right.
you kind of realize he's talking about his relationship
it. Right.
with Jen, and then
Mhm.
they kind of just sit in that moment.
Yes.
And he's like a light bulb kind of goes off too for him. So yeah. So that was in between like the bar scenes. They were kind of going back and forth, I think.
Right. So then you fast forward to the morning and you hear this music jamming, and I think it's Hello Black. I Can't Wait for Christmas is jamming.
Oh yeah. You looked at the song.
So I think it's
That's right.
Linda, Mike, and Jennifer. They all meet in the kitchen like, what in
What
the
is
world?
going
It's
on?
too early in the morning. So they go
What
into
in
the
the world?
garage, and who's in the garage? Robert and Evans.
Yep.
Putting the booth together.
They put the booth together.
And they had the little drills, and the drills, they're pushing the button to the music. It's like, zzz, zzz, zzz. I thought that was a
It's kinda
really
cute.
fun scene.
Yeah, that was cool.
And they ended up getting the booth up.
And I love how I think that's when Jen says, "Mom, you found the perfect guy for Dad."
Yeah,
know,
that
it's
was
just kind of
funny.
funny. Yeah, I thought that line really worked.
I laughed.
And then
hard
Mike
on
is
that
like, "Yeah, you found a younger Robert."
Yes.
Ha, ha, ha.
You found a
and Linda's
younger
just
Robert.
like, oh, because she did not want them to get along. She wanted, you could tell she really wanted Robert to be jealous
Yes.
of Evan throughout
and
this.
Robert wasn't. Nope, he wasn't having it.
Because they were married for what, 35 years?
Something like
That's a
that,
long
35,
time.
36, yeah.
Yep.
And then you have the breakfast scene.
The breakfast scene.
That was funny too, because they both like over easy. So Robert goes and he shows them how to make a good over easy egg.
Yeah.
They both like salt and pepper. They're kind of like twins almost. Like they pass the salt and pepper. And then as Linda, I think she's going shopping with Jennifer or something.
Yeah, she's leaving.
They both, Robert and Evan, look at each other, and they both at the same time go paprika. But as Linda's walking out, she stops and mouths paprika at the same time they say paprika. So
And then she kind of rolls her eyes. She's dating the younger version
Yes.
of Robert. So she's attracted to the same type of man, I guess you could say, right?
yeah, I mean, you like what you like. Right?
Yeah, hey, you know.
Yeah. So then I think Robert and Evan go shopping, right?
That's when, yeah, because Evan has a gift
Mm-hmm.
for Linda.
Right.
And Robert's like, like, because he knows he used to give just a general gift,
Yeah,
not
like-
something from the heart kind
Right.
of thing.
He
to-
never thought
To
it was
do
never
it
thoughtful.
right, thoughtful. Thank you. Yeah. So, so then does he offer to go shopping with them? I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember.
Yeah, he goes shopping with him.
Right. So they go, so Robert and Evan go off on a little shopping spree.
Yep.
Right. And I thought it was cute while they're out on the shopping spree, Robert gets a text
Yes.
from the woman from the bar, right? Gail.
And they're all
And
these
they're all-
emojis.
Yeah.
Emoji heart, emoji smiley face, emoji kiss. I mean,
I thought that was cute. And I'm like, I send a lot of emojis too. You
Yeah.
know? I thought that was so funny because we saw that in the Woods family too.
right. Yes.
With
we
the one
did.
sister who
Yes.
sends, yeah.
But while they're shopping, Robert actually finds a gift that Evan can give to Linda.
Right.
And it's a sphere lamp.
Type
Right.
of thing.
And,
right.
And at first, I guess Evan thought, man, are you for real, man? Are you just trying to get me in trouble with Linda? And he's like, nope, this is the gift. She'll love this gift. And then that's when I think Robert starts getting the emojis. And he asks, he's like,
yeah.
I don't know what to do. And he said, and Evan's like, first of all, we can change the way you dress.
Yeah, that leads into a makeover moment for Robert.
man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. There really was a lot that happened in this episode, you know.
Yes.
That's right. But it happened at a really good pace.
A really, really good pace.
Yeah.
So they go shopping.
That's right.
And update Robert's wardrobe.
Robert's looking
He's looking
oh, he's
spiffy,
looking
man.
good.
Yeah,
He's
he
looking
was.
good. A handsome man.
Yeah, he was looking sweet.
So then they go home, right? And that's when Linda's like, "What has gotten into your father?" You know,
Yes.
It's
She was
so
jealous.
Cute. She was a little bit
Jelly.
jealous. She liked what she was seeing. I
Oh,
think
she did.
She's like, "Oh man, if he would have dressed that way when we were together." She didn't say that, but yeah, you can kind of
like, what prompted this change of clothes? And then that's when Evan says, "Oh well, Robert's got a date with a new woman."
Yep.
So
That's really cute.
That was cute. And then we get to
the gifts.
The gifts, yeah.
The gifts. We get to the gift scene. Aww.
And what does Mike get?
So Mike gets a shirt.
Kind of like what Robert used to give Linda.
Right.
Now Jennifer is given to Mike. They're not really thoughtful.
And Linda earlier tried to tell Jen, her daughter,
Mhm.
like, look, you want to give him something more personable.
Yeah.
Like, he needs a shirt, but he may not want, or so I forget the phrasing. It was, it was really, really well done. Like, get him something special. Don't just give him something he needs, or he's going to wear it. And he does. And Mike kind of opens the shirt. He's like, oh,
yeah,
it's a shirt. Thanks.
Yeah. So it's kind of like those two are running parallel. Those two stories.
So she's like her dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then Linda gets her gift.
Yeah.
Which is the lamp, the sphere.
Yeah.
And we find out it when you turn it on, it shows the northern lights up on the ceiling.
Yeah.
And Linda always wanted to go see the northern lights. But they never seemed to be a good time, is what she said.
Right, because Robert was always working or something.
Always
came
working.
Up.
Yeah, and I thought it was so sad the way she looked at it. And then Evan and her hug, and Linda kind of looks over at Robert. And
she knows that
he was the one that got.
And Evan is kind of like, what? You know, like I think Evan... he, in that moment, he kind of realizes that, you're not going to be able to, he could move forward with the relationship with Linda, but they have that history, past and all of that. Yeah.
That's not going to
And it's kind of cool that Robert finally realized it, even if he's moved on too. Like, I made mistakes. This is what and so he knew she always wanted to do that. And that was probably... Well, not probably, but it was why he bought it. Or he wanted Evan to buy it for Linda.
Right.
And she knew instantly that it was him.
And then she was, I don't know if she was happy or shocked that he actually gave her a thoughtful gift.
Evan did?
No.
Or that Robert. Through Evan. Evan. Finally gave her a thoughtful gift. Yeah.
Now you want to give me a thoughtful gift?
Yeah, after all this time. So then then we move on to the festival.
Yes.
Right. And
Yep.
you kind of see Max is talking to Annie's friend Stephanie.
Yeah.
So we're kind of bringing that story back in. It's kind of
Right. This
weaving into this one, right? And then I thought it was cute because they had Max say, oh, her mom found Annie, you know, and we had seen that in the woods.
Yeah, so that's where it picks
family,
up from, on that part of it. And Stephanie was like, I don't know why she's mad. It's got lots of views, or I can't remember exactly what she says, but she said, I posted the picture and it got lots of views.
Yeah.
And she wasn't sure why.
And Max is like, mad. I don't know. I just don't want her to be sad.
Right.
And I thought that was so sweet. He's such a sweet kid.
I know, at such a young age to say something like that.
Yeah.
But, they've been friends. So,
yeah. So then you have, the festival's going on, and Linda and Robert kind of have a reminiscing moment, right? And then Robert's date walks up. Gail. Here comes Gail.
Oh, yeah. And she talks about, I think she just came from yoga or something. Or
something,
they're going to be playing tennis. And that kind of sets Linda off. She's like, tennis? We play tennis. And or
she said Robert used to play tennis, but then he stopped.
Yes.
She gets all in her, like, a little, she's a little bit in her feels in that moment. Like, she is a little bit jealous now that Robert has somebody, even though she's dating a man.
Right.
Maybe not half her age, but close to half her age. Right. And so this woman comes up, and now Linda's a little jelly.
Yeah. Right? I know. It's so crazy, right?
Jelly. And then Robert's like, okay. And he says to Gail, let's go get some cider. And Linda's like, okay, let's go. Like three of them, right?
So that's when Robert and Linda go off to get the cider. And so they leave Gail and they leave Evan behind. And Evan kind of sees them talking, and he's kind of getting a little bit
like, because there's history there, and you don't know.
And he understands, but it's like, don't use me to get to him.
Right.
Kind of a situation.
Right.
But I thought what Robert said to Linda about, Evan is a good guy.
Yeah.
And that he's happy that she found someone, to go see the Northern Lights with.
Yeah. That was kind of cool.
And she kind of says, I know you gave me that gift. And
that's right. In that moment, she lets him know
that
she knows it was really from him. But
so they go back and they hand everybody their drinks. And I guess Evan asked to talk to Robert, and they're over by where the train set is going. And they're talking, and Evan's kind of like, what's going on? I saw y'all over there talking. And I think Robert goes to move a ribbon off the track. And as he's doing it, the train falls off, and Evan goes to grab it. But then he knocks Robert down.
Over.
So it's kind of like a reverse of the broom ball.
Yeah.
And only he knocks Robert down. And Robert's like, don't fuss with me. I'm okay. So he goes to try to stand up, and his knee gives.
Yep.
Oh, man.
And now we got another injury, right?
Yeah. So now he's injured.
He's injured, and he goes, well, what's funny is because, like, at the beginning, right, when Evan hurts his knee, he's got like a bag of peas on it or something. And then we see Robert. Doesn't he have he's in the house.
So, so that's when the next scene is them back at the house, and Linda and Jennifer, they're going to the pharmacy to get some stuff to help Robert with his knee and everything.
Right.
So that leaves Evan and Robert at home by themselves.
Right. And that's kind of when Robert says it's hard to start a new relationship in the shadow of a 35-year marriage.
Yeah.
And then Robert tells Evan, I'm going to give you the space and respect it. And, I know, basically, like, I know I shouldn't have been doing that.
Yep. And then Robert talks about, well, I guess I blew my date. And Robert's like, nah, give me your phone. Let me help you out.
Let me help you out, yeah.
You see him texting somebody. Yeah. And so the scene cuts to Linda and Jen at the pharmacy.
The store. Yeah.
And Linda's kind of like going off. And her daughter's, Jennifer's like, Mom, what's going on?
Yeah. Because she can see, she's like, is there still
some love there?
Yeah. And then Linda, and then I think it's interesting because Jen is like, well, what happened? What, and Linda says it happened simply, quietly, without even noticing. And that's so true because you can get, stuck in a rut, and you can or you just become complacent,
Right.
or you just kind of let things go,
Right.
and you just, you're busy, the kids are young, and you just don't pay enough attention to it, and it just
Right.
sort of happens sometimes,
Yeah.
And it's not on purpose. It's not always some big thing. It just, I just love the way she worded that. I think that was just brilliant writing, actually, in that moment.
I agree.
And then, Jen says something like 35 years is a lot to leave behind. And Linda's like, what if I didn't leave it behind? So then you kind of get a glimpse that she still loves Robert. Maybe there's that little spark there, right?
Yeah.
So, the storm starts. Does it start while they're at the store?
I think it's getting ready to.
So now we have the storm
starting,
which is the end of every episode, right? And then Jen and Linda get back from the store and they walk in,
right? And
they start to talk to Robert, and then out from the kitchen walks Gail, right?
The nurse.
She comes and she sits next to Robert, and Linda's face is just
Because one of the things was when they were at the store, Linda wanted to buy some soup, and Jennifer was like, "Soup? What? He's not going to want soup." And when they got back home, that was one of the things that Gail had given to Robert.
That's right.
Soup,
that's right.
and had an ice pack on his knee, so she had taken care of her man. Right?
She took it. Gail was taking care of
Robert.
Robert got him
a
good woman there.
So, and that was
kind woman. Right?
And that's when the lights go out.
And the lights go out, and now we're at the same spot.
Yep.
For all the other episodes, right?
So, did you have a tinsel top moment in this one?
A tinsel topped moment. I liked the moment that we just talked about with Robert and Evan, where Robert says, 35 years, basically like, I understand there's a lot there, and I need to not have those moments with Linda like he did at the festival, right? Like, because even though nothing's going on, it's still they have a lot of memories together, and he needs to respect their space so they can build their relationship.
Their memories,
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that, and like I said, it would be equal to Linda saying, it basically went away simply, quietly. And I thought that was so true in a lot of marriages,
Yeah.
It just happens. It kind of creeps up and just sort of happens. Distance, and before you know it, you're doing different things. And What about you? What was your tinsel top moment?
I think when Mike and Max had their little talk, I thought that was
that was really nice.
Yeah.
And they're both realizing things, right? Yeah. Mike the adult, and
and they so that was my tinsel top.
I mean, I think this story really, I like the flow of this episode. I know we're going to get into how many ornaments. So how many ornaments would you hang on the tree? I'm
giving it 5.
I would give it a 5 also. I love the flow. I loved how they, had the banter at first between Evan and Robert, and then they flipped it. And they got along, and then they flipped it again. And they didn't, and then they flipped it again.
Yes,
so I thought that was really well done.
Yes, it was. And I like how they played off of each other. Like the whole cast was just really, really good. I love the humor, the comedy, the emotions, not only with just the adults, but with the kids.
Yes.
I just thought, and I loved how they brought back the other episodes.
Like
throughout
some people
the show,
sprinkled
in. So that's why I'm giving it 5. What about you?
I already said 5. Oh, did I say it? I don't know. Have I drank too much wine? I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. Okay. Well, is that a wrap then?
That's a wrap.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. If you really like the show, we would really, really appreciate your positive review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. And if you didn't really, really like the show, we'd still appreciate your positive review.
Be sure to follow us wherever you get your podcasts and on social media so you don't miss a thing. Until then, fill up your glasses and push play. Thanks for listening.
Cheers.